Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Or if we consider the dynamic relationship between each of us and the Jewish holidays, which comes first? The inspiration we derive from the holiday or the amount of time we put into it? In our Parsha this week, the Torah lays out the sacred times of the year. As the English word holidays indicates, these are not merely remembrances of past events, they are holy days, distinct from others in what they represent and how we're supposed to experience them. The great sage Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel wrote that Judaism is a religion based on the sanctification of time. Time, he taught, gives meaning to events, not the other way around. When Shabbat and the festival days come, their sanctity is supposed to envelop us, filling our lives with light and warmth, the way the summer morning sun does. But do they? While it's safe to assume that most Jews marked Passover this year with family gatherings for Seder or by attending services at synagogue or both, and that most Jews will come together for high holiday services in the fall, what about the other sacred occasions described in this week's Parsha? Do they compel us to observe in the same way? If you stop by the synagogue on Shavuot in a couple of weeks, you'll see the answer. The sad reality is that we can't rely on these days to impose their sanctity on us. We're the ones who will mark them as sacred by paying them the attention they deserve, and in return, they will sanctify us in the way that we deserve. By commanding observance of the festivals, the Torah puts us in a funny kind of a spot. On the one hand, the holidays are intrinsic to the way the universe works. God has built them into the yearly calendar, just as Shabbat is built into the week calendar. They occur when they do, whether we recognize them or not. At the same time, we're commanded to do certain things on them. In the biblical period, there were sacrifices on the altar. In our time, there are communal services. Both then and now, it is the human actor who acknowledges the differences in these days from other days. And it's our response to the demands of these days that will put their sanctity into play. In a kind of circularity of holiness, a chicken and egg scenario, we sanctify the holidays, and then, having set them apart, they sanctify us. In modern America, we can all opt in or out of any religion or shared ritual at any time. We have the freedom to do so, and many Jews choose not to do anything Jewish. Capriciousness is liberty's forlorn twin. By affirming every individual's right to choose for themselves as Americans, which is a positive value, religious communities risk losing sight of what we should feel to be compelling. When it comes to the holidays, Jews feel compelled by Rosh Hashanah, by Yom Kippur and Passover, among those holidays mandated in the Torah, and by Hanukkah and Purim among the post-Torah traditions. But Sukkot and Shavuot, and to a lesser degree Shabbat, all of which have the same status as the high holidays and Passover, don't always compel us. As a result, their potential sanctity remains unfulfilled. There are multiple forces that shape that dynamic, the one by which some holidays inspire us while others simply don't. I hope that by making the case for our own responsibility to create holiness on holy days, that Jews can hear the message of the importance of these days. Shavuot is coming. It is on a par with Passover. Let's come together for it in study, in prayer and celebration on the night of May 14th and on the days of May 15th and 16th. Let's make the sanctity of these days manifest through our actions. Shabbat Shalom.